Okay, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to the latest live stream that we've had, well, the first live stream that we've had in a long time. And I really just wanted to, well, make a self-portrait since I haven't in such a long time. It's been almost a decade since I've done a self-portrait, and now that I'm 28, and since it's Black History Month, I thought, how suitable is it that we just do an impromptu self-portrait stream? Because after all, history starts with the basic people just like me and you. And so if we're celebrating Black History, or paying special attention to it in this month because it's ignored most other months, then why not start with myself? Now, I always make plans to do a lot of artwork and stuff like that, but don't necessarily get around to it. Like, there's always stuff going on in October. There's Inktober, there's events, and I just thought, you know what, rather than making promises, let's just, whenever I feel like it, just get some artwork out there and see what we can do. Now, you notice that I am tracing. Oh, hi there. You never got used to using Photoshop? I started using Photoshop when I was about 13 years old, Zed, and it took quite a while, so I got really handy with it. And when it came to drawing, I didn't really get used to it until I was about 18. So don't worry, it just takes time and practice. Now you'll notice that I'm tracing. That's because I can draw. I'm not the most, I may not be the best artist, but I can draw myself fairly accurately. So I don't need to waste time proving that to myself at the moment. I'm just focused on getting a solid piece out. And I'm more interested in experimenting with the actual colour work and stuff like that later on, rather than wasting time trying to get everything in proportion, because put simply, it's not a quick process. So I'm just going to trace the basics, and then when it comes to the colour, that's when it's going to get really fun. And that's the bit that I hope that most of you are here for. Hopefully you can all hear me okay as well, because to be honest, I can never tell. Okay, so as I said before, just doing a basic outline. Don't need to prove anything, not to myself, not to any of you. So that's why I'm not drawing from observation or anything like that, like using a mirror or drawing from the picture. I'm just going to trace it and get the basic outline, and then after that we'll start having fun with this. Let's make it a little bit clearer, a little bit more. Okay. Do I think GCSEs will be cancelled in 2021? I don't. Honestly, I don't. And if you see my latest video, well, not my latest video, but one of my latest videos, you'll know that that's not necessarily a bad thing. Thank you, Cookie. As a side note, I haven't drawn properly for almost 4, 5, 6 months. It's been a long time. So I do feel my muscles don't feel right as I draw. They don't feel right. It's not, doesn't seem to be in my full proper muscle memory anymore, which is a shame. But put simply, the events of the summer, they did sap some of the creativity out of me. Guys, the reason why it looks amazing is because it's a photograph at the moment. Just be patient, alright? The actual proper painting will come later. But thank you for your kind words still. So if you hear any background noise, my family are going about their normal Saturday lives. There we go. Okay. Cameras do such a weird thing where they distort photos so much. My hands were literally just a little bit in front of me, but look how much it distorted them. Made them absolutely massive. Cookie, were you looking up the past papers to get the answers? You criminal, you. No, I'm playing. It's under no circumstances should you stop revising. Okay, because the future's so uncertain, the best you can do is just carry on as normal and do your best to be a good student. That's my advice anyway. Alright, I think that should do for now. Let's duplicate this. Duplicate this layer. Max out the opacity. Shrink it down. Don't need that anymore. Shrink it down because it's just going to be a reference. Whoa. I forgot what version of Photoshop I'm using. Okay. And this can just be a little bit of reference here. Did I squish it again? I think I might have squished it, but if my head just that long. Nah, my head's just that long. That's alright. Okay. So, question for you guys: How are you finding going back to work or school anyway? Now that it's September, now that we've been back for a few months, you find it stressful or you find it alright? I'm guessing things are a lot different to how they were before. Wrong tab, let's try that. You're falling behind already in A level. Zed, one thing I will say is that A level does sort of feel like that, even in normal times. It does sometimes feel like things are run away from you. It's just the nature of the courses. How do the rest of your classes feel about that? The rest of your classmates, do they feel the same? Because sometimes it can literally just be like those jump up from 11 to 12 then to 13 can just be a bit much. So I'm not trying to say that this is a normal situation, but it might not be as strange as you think, is what I'm saying, or as well, the situation might not be as unusual as you think. Thanks, Cookie. Hopefully this will turn into a nice strong piece, because I haven't done a completed illustration in a long time. I actually wanted to do this in oil paint, but my oil paints are all stored away in the shed and it's pouring with rain. And I'm not sure if my family would be happy if I smelt up the house with the chemicals. You lost your motivation. Understandable. I think a lot of people lost motivation. Like I said, I know I did. That's why I haven't done proper artwork in so long. I guess the key is finding it again. Let's just make this a grey colour. And then we'll start painting properly. Oh, that's too light. We'll go with that. Bit darker. Too warm. Too purple. Yeah, that's better. The early exams were just to see where you guys were at, most likely, in my opinion. That's what I would do exams for if I was going to do it. If I wasn't in an exam taking subjects, just to see where my students were at, why they were, so that we could teach according to that. That's what I would do it for. But you might want to confirm that with your teachers why they were doing that, why you did them so early. But that's why I would do them early. If I was teaching a subject which was exam based. Okay, so I see. Okay. Yeah, that's not an easy situation to be in. The energy of the people around you in class can really affect yours. It can't be easy being in a environment day in day out where people just don't care. Well, don't care about succeeding. Being in an environment day in day out is sort of what Black History Month is about, to be fair. Some motivational words from Cookie. Aim for the stars, and if no one around you is trying, that's even more reason that you should. Wise words. And sometimes you'll be surprised. People see your example, see how hard you're trying, and they want to copy. If they're mature enough. They want to be part of that energy. Okay, that should be part of the shirt too. Good morning, Weed. Let me colour the eyes too. A bit more yellowish. Too green. Not too yellow. That should be right. Hello, Lil Yusuf. Okay, cool. Let me save this. Duplicate this layer just in case I need it later, and we are good to go. Time to start painting. Portrait sort of reminds you of Chadwick Boseman. He does have a few images which sort of have the same pose, so I can understand why you said that. Me and him look nothing alike though. Or maybe you do, who knows. Let's see what brushes we've got. I really want to get something paint to the end. Nice. Let's look through 2020 brush sets. Yeah, I can work with that. Let's lower this to about 80. Lower the flow slightly as well. Yeah, good. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna pull this across or open another one of these. Make that small. Oops. Okay, we're going in on the face. Let me make this a little bit bigger as well. 888, no. All right, so let's go for silver color. So specifically for working all the time, I believe I'm just doing the bare minimum. It's hard to ignore, but when you achieve your dreams, you can look back and say, "I told you so." It's very true that you can look back and say, I told you so. But I must be honest, I don't think I've ever looked back at anyone and actually said to their face, I told you so. When it comes down to it, you got to do stuff for you, for your family. A lot of people talk about doing stuff for the naysayers. You know, it's just like they can say, hey, look what I was able to do. But when it comes down to it, the naysayers forget you. They forget you. You know, so do stuff for you. I remember reading a manga when I was younger. One of those shoujos. But there was a character in it, and he was treated pretty badly when he was in his lower teens. So he spent the next few years bulking up, getting really strong, getting really muscly, and he grew like loads. So he was like ahead of taller than everybody else. And when he went back to find the people that used to bully him, they walked right past him because they didn't recognize him. They didn't care. So, you know, it's just one of those things where you got to do it for you. But yeah, the hard work does pay off, as Cookie said. The hard work does pay off. Just remember why you're doing things. Alright, the flow on this is too bad. It's too bad. And the shape isn't quite right. Let's mess around with this brush a bit more. Shape dynamics. Where's size? Brush size. Angle jitter. Brush size jitter. Nah, minimum should be smaller than that. Yeah, that should be better now. Yeah, should be a bit better, but we'll see. Let's just colour drop to save some time. It's insane. Because I haven't drawn in so long, I'm literally, to some degree, having to re-figure out how I would normally go back about this. Ugh. I think portraits used to be my thing. Let's just focus on the face actually, rather than trying to do the hands at the same time. Come back to that. That should be a colder colour. Let's try this a bit. You guys are probably like, this is a whole lot of mess, what's going on? Hopefully it will come together. No promises at the moment. It's been too long. GCSE Maths, wondering if it was better to learn the topics I'm bad with or the questions I got wrong. Well, if you learn why you got the questions that you got wrong, and then you go and try and revisit those sorts of areas, so practice those questions more, then surely that would be a good place to start. Maths was one of my worst subjects at GCSE. French was the worst subject, then it was maths, then it was chemistry. And then in AS level, maths was my worst subject, which is why I decided to drop it afterwards. So yeah, you're not alone there. Not alone there, Cookie. Okay, let's start going in. Let's go a little bit warmer too. Darker. But I don't understand the majority of the end questions. Yeah. It can be tough. I didn't want to use that tool. Am I using that tool? It can be tough when you get towards the end of the paper, which is why I know some people focus on just making sure they know the stuff that turns up in the first like half of the paper super duper well, so that they can like definitely assure themselves that they've got a certain grade, and then they start prioritizing later paper stuff after that. Oh, time is whizzing by. I would spend an hour on this. I think I might finish it tomorrow. Do another stream then, if I get the chance. Sets aren't for judging, they're for teaching effectively. In the school that I went to, back when I was younger, the sets weren't, the way they were called was top set, middle set, and small set. And the small set and the middle set were practically the same. All it was that small set had small class, so the teacher had more time with you. That's all it was. So it's more just to meet the needs of the class. It's not necessarily all about trying to rank students. They have different purposes from a teaching and learning standpoint. Which is why there are some students who prefer to be moved down into a lower set, because they, even though they might be working higher, they might sometimes prefer more time with the teacher. Hi Daniel. The big question that everybody's asking, will exams be cancelled? Personally, I doubt it, but who can say? The future's too uncertain. The government seems very intent on making sure schools stay open and stay the way that they, well, stay functioning as they usually do, which is understandable, but only time will tell, because summer was a whole lot of surprises, so yeah. This is such a mess. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm gonna have to use this tool. I didn't want to, but I'm gonna have to use it. Okay, let's just neaten this up. Yeah, we're missing warmth in this. Thought that was the issue. There's no warmth. Let's do this side first. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, mad washed out. Really grey. Not like that. Alright, what are people saying? How about 2022? Daniel, we're not fortune tellers. What did you guys drop for me? So you guys drop poetry. Christmas Carol. Interesting. Are you guys happy with the bits of English that were dropped? I just feel like I don't see colour anymore in the way that I used to. I don't understand why. Okay. If you can't tell, guys, I'm actually struggling quite badly with this piece. But I think it's starting to come together from the bottom up. Let me try not to rush it. Let me just take my time. Let it go for its ugly face and then bring it back together. You might as well use mocks as your final grade if 2021 exams are cancelled. Have you seen my video on why using mocks isn't necessarily a good idea? Because using mocks could be deemed problematic. A little bit warmer, a little bit darker. Let's just bring it around here. There we go. How would you guys like to actually be graded this year? Would you like exams? Would you prefer a system like last year? What do you actually want? To some degree, I feel like you students aren't consulted enough on certain stuff. No exams. So what do you want? You had a week of them, and until you don't want to do any more exams, you're sick of them. I exam well, but I don't like them, to be perfectly honest, because I don't think I've failed a single exam. Mocks, of course, I have, but I haven't failed a single exam, but I still don't like taking them. It would be driving exam, the exam that I took for teacher training, or any of that. Just don't like taking them. No. That's not right. That's not right at all. It's too blue. It's too blue. Let's get that back into the browns. And the reddish browns. Reddish blacks. Nope, still not dark enough. Down we go. Okay, zoom right in. Okay, let's go up here. Let's see what we got. Oh, alright. Is it just you here, Cookie? For now. Well, it says we've got a couple concurrent viewers, but not everyone likes to talk. Wait, You haven't been taught them before, or done them before. Were they by any chance set during your holiday though, or was it literally a topic which your teachers had never even mentioned before? Not in your holiday. I mean during the lockdown. Nope, warmer. Yeah, you're not alone, Cookie, don't worry. Still a few people around. Anyway, Cookie, question for you. What sort of videos do you watch from me the most? Is it mostly just school ones, or do you watch all of them, or what? Just a bit of chin, that's why it looks a bit strange. Your classes haven't been taught right, do you think? Oh, nah, I couldn't possibly come to a conclusion on that. But I'm just wondering whether you had received the information before, whether you'd been told to study it before, because that's what they might have been checking, whether people did all the home learning that they said. Oh, you got cut off. No, I was just asking what videos of mine do you watch the most? Do you watch all of them, or do you just watch the school-based ones, the ones about what's happening recently? Or do you watch those and the tip ones? Or what do you watch when it comes to my content? Because sometimes when I try and come up with new videos, I'm just like, but will anyone actually want this? Let's try and bring the lips together a bit more. Send this back a bit. And just pop this up. Okay, let's keep it going. Cookie, the main point of this site was for education. It was of course mainly for art education at the beginning, but honestly the reason why I put so much effort in during the summer was that you know, those people were just like, what's going on? I just wanted to make stuff that helped. So literally, if you find even one video on my channel useful, that's fine by me. That makes me a happy bunny. Mad Max, yes, I did do A-level art, and then I did a degree in fine art. In A-level art, I got an A star. A couple marks off of 100%. Thank you. Yeah, it took a lot of hard work. And I won't deny, because I knew I was going to art, I did, and because I didn't really have high requirements to get into my university, I did start to say, the other subjects can go on the back burner a bit while I put all my effort into improving as an artist, not just for the grade, because I think I went above and beyond for the grade, but because I just wanted to improve as an artist, because that's the area I was going into. I wanted to set myself up in an industry which is quite competitive. Thanks, Cookie. And there are a few channels which do news, but which do news like my one does about education, but I don't know. Simply put, there is a thing. I of course do have to be careful what I say, because I am currently working as a teacher, and nothing that I've said has been, of course, in breach of anything. But I think that's a part of the reason why it's so hard to find information, because people are scared that they'll get in trouble, which is understandable. But to me, like I said, we do use students a disservice by not trying to help you by explaining what's going on at the moment, because it affects your life, and keeping you up to date. Did I do digital art in A-level? I did not do much. I did a little. I had a small Trust graphics tablet that I bought off a fellow student for £5, and I tried it. My teacher wasn't big on it. He was very traditional artist, and hated the fact that I did digital art, hated the fact that I wanted to go into illustration, or that I did a lot of illustration. And to be honest, it was a little bit of a fight with him, because of course I had to acknowledge that he was going to be the person that marked my work and sent it off for moderation. So it was just finding that balance. Do you take art, Mad Max? Alright, I've got just over 10 minutes left on the stream, which means we're definitely coming back for another stream in the coming days. Okay, this area is popping forward. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. How come it's on this back? Dare I bring in green? Let's try green. Very, very subtly. Just around here. That's not subtle at all. What was that? Okay, let's slow this right down. Still very strong. Did not go down. Look at that opacity. There we go. Put you there. Again, I have to put you there too. A little bit you there. And a little bit you there too. And a little bit you there. And we'll leave it like that for now. I would have so loved to have done this in oil paint. Oh my gosh, it would have been amazing. Been so fun. Hey, I'm actually from Jamaica. My dad is from Jamaica. What part of Jamaica are you from? Hi, this is Sonic. You're right, I haven't streamed in a while. Abdullah, GCSEs may or may not take place. Who knows? We just have to wait and watch. As far as you're concerned, act like they will. Act like they will. Honestly, Sisonic, I really do not want to know for reasons that I won't go into. So please keep yourself to yourself with those sorts of questions. Ah, Trelawney. I've been meaning to head down to that area. I hear it's really nice down there. Man Max, have you been uploading any of your artwork that you've been doing recently? Do you have a place where I can check out your stuff? Let's just put this opacity back up. It's super cool that we're an international community, by the way. Even before, back when we were focusing on, all the exam stuff during the summertime, we had quite a few people who they were taking GCSEs and A levels, but they were still from places like Dubai and Bahrain and stuff like that, which I thought was super cool. Quite a few from India as well, which was nice. It's also nice to know that we're all in this together. That it's not just a problem that we're facing here in England. It's one that's shared. My PC specs. Ooh, I peeled off the sticker the other day. If I remember properly, is it? Do I have an 8 gig hard drive? I mean RAM with a 1 terabyte hard drive. There's a Nvidia GeForce GTX in this for the graphics card, and that's about all I can say right now. I used to be really into the specs and stuff and upgraded a lot of my laptops and PCs, but at the moment I've just been working with this for the last few years. Haven't really had the time. This knows needs sending back. Is that so, Cookie? Decision might be made in 2 weeks. Sisonic, don't make me mute you. I'm here to make art and speak in general. Okay, last 5 or so minutes, guys. I think we're making pretty good progress. I actually like these greens, but I think they need to come over to the right a bit more. But we'll see how we can figure them in later on. Looks too deep on the cheekbone here, which is making my face look a bit warped. Same here as well. It looks like my face is bigger on the left than it is on the right, and that's from the light. Okay, before we go, because this piece is something that I'm doing, considering the month that we're in, Black History Month and all that, what are your schools actually doing for Black History Month, guys? And I don't need to know what school you come from. It appears that some people have popped in. Decided to crash the stream. I'm not answering that email. And I'd prefer it if you did not tell me who you were. Do I do a live every weekend? I don't. I wanted to, but my life's just so unpredictable that I can't always be certain that I'm gonna come on. But Max, did you manage to put a link to any of your work or anything like that? Guys, you realise that this is a public space. So if you put your business all over the internet, it's on the internet. Be aware of that. Alright, see you, Cookie. Thanks for being here for the whole stream. Hopefully we'll see you in a future one. Thank you very much. Do I have an email? Yes, I do. It's on the channel information. So it is. Oh, you don't have WhatsApp at the moment. Do you have Instagram or anything like that? Because I'm always looking for artists from the islands or from Africa as well to connect with. Because there's a lot of stuff moving at the moment. And a lot of opportunities popping up that I think we can work together on. Alright guys, I'm going to start. Alright. Mad Max, did you find that email? You said you're going to send me one. Did you find it on the channel, just to make sure? Okay, and I think we'll call it a day. Place to go, people to see, things to do, all of that. So we'll have to finish this in another stream, or I'll finish it and post it up on one of my art platforms. So yeah, keep posted. Subscribe if you haven't already as well. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you very much.